Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon. We are live. Let's just, I always have to double check just to make sure that I am, even though it's StreamYard does say I'm live. Let's just make sure that I am live. How is everyone doing today? It's almost the weekend. We are Okay, awesome. I can see that I'm live. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe one day LinkedIn will make going live much more easier than it is currently. You never know if you're actually live unless you check for yourself sometimes. So yeah, just double checking and making sure. So we are live. Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. I'm looking at my video here and it doesn't seem as though the quality is great. Hopefully we get that sorted soon. Oh my gosh. Okay, we will go with what we have. This is what life is about, right? We have to roll with the punches and adjust as we go accordingly. Now, as life changes, as everything evolves, we have to evolve with it and, find the best possible solutions for ourselves. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to work with what we have, hopefully clear it up a little bit. So today, doing these lives it's so interesting for me that every time I think about a topic to come up with, there's like so many things that I want to discuss, but I also want to be able to focus on helping you, showing up as your best self and ensuring that during these times, you're not losing who you are and, you're really showing up as strong as you can. Thank you very much for joining. I appreciate that. So today's conversation is going to be about your pre-COVID wardrobe. I know that there are a lot of you out there that you haven't touched your COVID wardrobe, like things that you were wearing before COVID, in over a year, right? So we're going to be talking about that today as to how, what is it you can do with it? Because it makes no sense just having it in your closet. So I want to welcome everyone to another episode of Styling in the Dark. This series basically takes you from closet chaos to you having clarity and confidence and a closet to match, because we're getting away from thinking about that if you think about your appearance, it's frivolous, it's superficial, it's just vain. No, I'm taking you away from also looking at your closet and looking at the clothes that you wear as just an event, things that it's required for you to go about your normal day. So I want to take you away from that, take you away from some of the mistakes that you've been making with your style and the way you see your style, and really take you into a place where you have that clarity and the confidence to really show up as your best self. So for those of you who have never met me before, this is the first time you are connecting with me, the first time you are, getting on one of my conversations here, I want to introduce myself. So my name is Solita. I'm an image coach and personal stylist. So I help women, entrepreneurs, and professionals, refine your style, take you from where you are now to a place that really boosts your confidence, that really take you beyond what you're doing, where you can feel more confident, where you're able to become more visible. You are heard because you're using your voice a lot more, because you have that confidence, and you are being paid your worth. Because as we know, once we start taking up spaces, once we have the confidence to do that, once we have the confidence to really get into those, get into the boardrooms, get into these negotiations and ask what we want, we're able to be paid more. So that is what I do for you. And as I said, today's conversation is about your COVID wardrobe. It has been, I think, March 13 will make it an official year for us being in lockdown in the US. And what a year it has been. In my wildest dreams, I've never thought about us being confined to our homes and having to go through the different things that we're going through and having to adjust. And, you're becoming, not only are you a mom, you're a teacher, you're a mentor, you're educating, you're doing every single thing. And none of us envisioned this, right? But this is where we are right now. But I think what has happened over the year is that, yes, we were kind of shocked, at least I was, kind of shocked about the way of living and everything that's happening. But at the same time, I still had that belief that, it's possible to achieve the things that I want. It's possible to set my goals and to go after everything that I wanted. And I know that you think the same way as well, but there's a part of you that, is in that space where, like, well, I'm at home right now. I don't need to dress up. I don't need to do anything extra, because what's the use, right? What's the sense? Nobody's going to see me. And if I have a business meeting or I have anything that I need to attend to of importance, I'll just put on something on the top and show up and, show up to your conference calls. And yes, that's okay. But is that where you want to be, right? Is that how you really want to show up? Because what happens, we're looking at, there are talks about, the vaccination and persons getting it and seeing a slow step into us being able to go out and socialize come summertime, right? And then it gets to summertime and now we're outside and you're like, okay, what do you now have to readjust your mindset, readjust everything that you're doing to now fit into this new way of life because you decided that, sweatpants was the best way to go. And then you get into that space. I guess having this conversation recently with someone, and they were like, they're not sure as to how to dress to go out anymore. Like, if you're meeting someone for coffee, it's like, how do you dress? I don't want to be the one that's overdressed, or I don't want to be the one that's underdressed. So that's the situation that we will be, I think most of us will be going into and heading into once outside opens and we're socializing a little bit more. So I want to help you today, to know what are some of the things that you can do with your wardrobe, the things that you were wearing before COVID that you're not wearing today. And it was so interesting enough that I found myself without even realizing, I found myself, I was wearing the same two pants for the last 2 months. It's like, I'm getting fully dressed. That was the whole point. I was getting fully dressed. I was wearing, complete bottom, complete top, getting fully dressed, but I was just wearing the same set of bottoms all the time. And I caught myself because I saw a post from a friend of mine on LinkedIn, and I was like, wait a minute. I'm wearing the same two pants all the time. Like, why am I doing this? I have more clothes. There are more clothes in my closet. So why am I just wearing these two pants? But I looked at it. I think when I really sat down and thought about it, it was like, first of all, the two pants that I had, as far as I was concerned, it went with everything. And it was comfortable. And no one, just like you, no one saw at the bottom half of my body, right? So it wasn't like the only focus that I emphasis that I placed, my styling efforts on were on the top half, what I wore on the top, my hair, my makeup, my jewelry. That's what I placed the emphasis on, and nothing on the bottom. But I'm like, really got me to thinking, like, how many persons are doing that? And I mean, it got me thinking, and I also know that there are a lot of you who are not dressing the bottom half of your body, right? You're just wearing the sweatpants. And so I wanted to have this conversation to really talk about how to incorporate some of the things that you would have been wearing previously that you currently have in your closet, nicely folded, color coordinated, but it's just sitting there looking at you, and you're not wearing them. So I want to share with you the 3 Ds to, how to wear your pre-COVID wardrobe, what to do with them, how to incorporate it into your daily habits. And which is interesting enough, when I thought about this, like 3Ds, I think last week I did the 3Cs. So this week I'm doing the 3Ds. So it seems as though I'm going through the alphabet, but nonetheless, I digress. So the first thing that I need you to do with your wardrobe is to downsize it, because currently you would have had every single piece in your closet from before based on your work dress code. So let's go with the very professional traditional dress code. Let's say that was your dress code in the office. Now you're not wearing those professional, lack of a better word, what I like to think sometimes some of those styles are so boring because there's no option for creativity or anything like that. You're just wearing a black suit and white tops. And so you're looking at, your wardrobe has those pieces in it. And it's like, what can you do with them? So my first advice to you is let's downsize your closet. Let's go into your closet and separate those boring traditional pieces from pieces that you can restyle no matter the season, because that's what we want. We don't want a wardrobe that's specific to a season. We want to be able to wear most of our pieces throughout the year, right? There are certain pieces that, yes, you're going to need that are seasonal, but you also need to have most of your pieces in your closet that you can wear throughout the year. So go through your closet, separate those pieces that you have that, as I said, are more traditional and a lot more corporate. It doesn't give you that flexibility to really express your creativity. So that's the first thing that I need you to do. Downsize your closet. That means we're doing a closet cleanse, ladies. It can be a part of your self-care process. If you just take a Sunday, maybe an hour, and just kind of go through your closet without any stress, without any, thought process in terms of, oh my gosh, I need to get this done for this particular time, but just kind of like take it step by step, moment by moment, and kind of like have fun with it and go through your closet and really downsize it, really move. And as well as you're downsizing, I need you to remove things that don't fit, because some of us have what we call COVID weight, and we're going through that, your weight fluctuating. And that's also another thing that you want to be, why you need to downsize, because you want to remove anything that's not fitting you right now. Because while you're keeping your pieces thinking that, okay, when it opens, I'm going to wear it again. What happens if that particular piece or that favorite piece that you have doesn't fit you anymore, right? Then you go into that state of, oh my gosh, I gain weight. Now I have to go lose the weight. And you're repeating that cycle. So as you're downsizing, I need you to try on your pieces. See what are some of the things that don't fit you. See what are some of the things that, you don't like anymore. You're not in love with, pieces that you have in your closet that we all, I've done it before without, not that I intentionally did it, but I didn't realize that there were pieces in my closet that were torn, or pieces in my closet that were, so stained that I couldn't use them before. So I need you to go in your closet and really remove those pieces. We're shrinking your closet down to just having the things that you need and that you are going to wear every single day. It doesn't matter that we're working from home. There are pieces in your closet that you can wear every single day. And the second thing that I need you to do is because once we downsize, we're not going to realize that the amount of things that we have, like what do we do with them now, right? Because you don't want to store them in your home, because that's just creating more clutter, more, just having things in your space that doesn't bring you, lack of a better word, joy, right? So we want to be able to now take the things that we can, that in good condition, and donate those pieces. So the second way to your pre-COVID wardrobe, and we're looking at D number 2, which is to donate. So I need you to, especially those corporate pieces that you have, find institutions that are looking for clothing, for those nonprofit organizations that help women, especially during these times when they may not have certain things to do interview, the right wardrobe to do interviews, to show up to business meetings, that they need help, right? I know one of the institutions that collect clothing, especially professional clothing, is the Dress for Success organization. So find those institutions within your area that you can donate your pieces in. So we are getting rid of downsizing your closet, just having the things that you need, and then we're going to take those pieces and donate them. We're not going to store them in the home, keep them in the closet, or put them in the trash. Well, of course, you put anything in the trash that's not worthy of giving life again, or helping someone else. So don't donate anything that you yourself would not wear had someone given it to you. Just donate the pieces that that's in good condition, and someone else is being able to use it, and just helping someone else uplift their life, right? And Dress for Success, I know, does that. Find a women's shelter as well to donate some of your pieces. Just look within your area that you live and see who can you donate things to, because we're think about it. You have all these things in your home. You may not be struggling as much as other persons, but you haven't, and here is it, you have an opportunity to make someone feel good, right? So don't just hold the things in your closet waiting for when outside open, or whatever you're waiting on, and you're just wearing your sweatpants and you decide that you don't want to wear it. Donate it to someone who can make a really good use of that. So that's the thing that I want to encourage you to do. And the third step is to get dressed. The third D is to get dressed. Dressed as in we're getting dressed, right? Now, as I said before, I found that I was wearing these two pants all the time until I realized that, I need to stop that. So I went into my closet and pulled, like, I have skirts that I can wear. I have other pants that I can wear that are not dressy. They are more, like, because the weather is changing as well. So I do have more softer, lighter pieces that I can wear. So I just decided that, instead of just wearing those two pants all the time, there are bottoms that I have that can help complete my look, help make me feel good about myself, help make me show up as confident as I can, as I want to. So that's the other thing, is to go into your closet and pull those pieces out, right? Pull them out instead of wearing your leggings. I am sure there is a skirt in your closet that you loved wearing when outside was open. There's a pants that you enjoyed wearing when outside was open. Why aren't you wearing them, right? You don't need to. You can mix and match. So maybe you wear dressy pants today. You wear some chinos today, but you don't want to feel totally business-like and dressed in that professional way. So instead of wearing your chinos because you don't have any business meeting, so wear your chinos, and maybe wear a nice t-shirt, or just something a little bit more casual on the top, not a sweater top, but something a little bit more dressier but comfortable as well. So get completely dressed, go into your closet. It makes no sense having the pieces in there, having them in there, and really wearing just the two pieces that you have. I know how, from my own personal experience, and realizing that I wasn't aware that I was doing it. And that may be something that you're not aware that you're doing it as well. And, just taking that extra step and just being self-aware that this is what you're doing, it's really important to really help you, because when we do transition into going out and socializing and networking and going to business meetings with clients, and you don't want to have where you're now readjusting. right? You don't want to be in that process now where you're readjusting, because now everything that you would have worn in the home, you know that you can't wear outside, right? So now you have to readjust, retrain your mind for wearing things that you can meet your clients. And then you go through that style rut, and you go through that where you're now frustrated with your style because now you have to readjust and you don't know what to do. And then of course you're holding on to these pieces. There may be things in there that don't fit you again. Then you try to put it on when you have a client meeting and you put it on, it's like, oh crap, it doesn't fit. What do I do now? And there's that frustration, right? So get up and get dressed. Pull those pieces from your closet and wear them. There is all the pieces that you wore pre-COVID, you can wear post-COVID and during COVID. You just need to know what are some of the pieces that you have and how can you really mix and match them to not only fit the season, but also to be able to show up appropriately on the calls that you're on. So I want you to really don't postpone living. Don't postpone showing up as your best self. Don't postpone getting dressed, because at the end of the day, this is not what life is going to be. If we have realized anything, life can change at just a blink of the moment, that life can change. So instead of waiting for the ideal moment, waiting for the right moment, it's important that you really step forward. Let's downsize that closet, right? Let's get it down to just the things that you love and you're going to wear, removing anything that, it doesn't fit your dress code currently because you're not in the office. You don't have that much of a strict, dress code. So just get rid of those pieces, and then we go to donating them. Find institutions and organizations that you can donate those pieces and make someone else happy, because there are persons out there who would love a suit, who would love that sweater or that shirt in your closet that you're not wearing, that you just having there sitting and you're not wearing. So donate, gift it to someone else. And of course, once you have done all of that, there's still things in your closet that you can wear. And that means that I need you to get dressed. I need you to get up, get dressed, get away from the sweatpants, because this is not what life is going to be all the time. And it is easier to adopt a bad habit than it is to change it. So don't develop, you've gotten a year in, where you were able to just go about, do what you're doing, but let's change how you're showing up now, because now is the time. Actually, you're putting yourself at an advantage if you start dressing better, if you start showing up better, because it means that you're doing the work now. So whenever we go out, whenever we're socializing again, it just simply means that you're ahead of the game. You want to be in that, there's this major client opportunity. And at that moment, that's when you're trying to decide what to wear, or you're launching your business or relaunching your business, or just rebranding. And you're trying to, in the midst of your rebranding, figure out, okay, what do I wear? And do it now, so that when those opportunities come, you will know how to show up, and you will show up as your strongest self. So here is it. I have an offer for you, which is just, if you will, give me a moment to just tell you about the offer that I have, which is the Shop Your Closet segment. So basically what happens is I will go into your closet virtually, of course, and help you pull the pieces that you have to recreate and create outfits. So at the end of the day, you are not stuck in your sweatpants. You are not stuck in your whatever is it you're wearing over the last couple of days that doesn't represent who you are. And you're not stuck in this space where you're not able to show up come tomorrow morning when we go outside. You're not presentable, and you're not dressed to have that strong executive presence. So I go into your closet and we create these outfits. If you want to do it one-off, you can. If you want to do it on a weekly basis, you can. Those options are available to you. I did put the link to Shop Your Closet in the comments, so click on that, and that's how you secure your spot with me. Let's go through your closet. Let's see what you have. Let's see what are some of the things that, your pre-COVID wardrobe that you can incorporate and you can wear now, right? And that's the benefit to you, is that you don't have to worry about what to wear on your next client meeting. You don't have to worry about what to wear in your next Zoom call. I will do the work for you. And the only thing that you need to do at the end of the day is to pull and wear them, right? And go through that process. So thank you very much for those of you who are joining. And for those of you who are watching the replay, we're talking about ways in which you can, what is it you should be doing with your pre-COVID wardrobe. And that comes down to donating those pieces that you're not wearing anymore. Just going through and downsizing your closet, getting it down to that size and with just the essentials, the things that you absolutely need and love, and that fits you as well. And also just to get up and get completely dressed. And if, just to help you along the way as well, and just to make sure that you're showing up as your best self, I'm offering the Shop Your Closet segment to you. As I said, the link is in the comments, so click on that. Looking forward to seeing, getting into your closet and really helping you put together those outfits for your new career change, your rebranding, whatever major opportunities that's happening in your life right now. So thank you again for joining. My name is Salita, and this is another episode of Styling in the Dark, where I take you from closet chaos to really having the confidence and clarity that you need to show up as your best self. Coming up next week, I'm going to be talking about what happens when you hide in those comfy clothing that you're wearing and that you've been wearing over the past year. We're going to have that conversation next week, Thursday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you very much for joining as well. And as I said, don't forget, click the link in the comments to schedule your Shop Your Closet segment. Thanks again for coming, and I will see you all next week.